So we're trying to find the weights, what percent of quarters will get rejected by this machine if it has a mean of 5.67 grams and a standard deviation of 0.07. So the first thing we have to do is make a normal curve sketch. So make a sketch, put the mean in the middle, then because I have to draw a well-labeled diagram, I draw 3 lines above it and 3 lines below it. And since the standard deviation is 0.07, I added 0.07 to the mean to get that number, added 0.07 again, added 0.07 again. And then to fill in the bottom side, I had to subtract the standard deviation, 0.07, that minus 0.07, and again and again. And then they want me to know, they tell me that the machine will reject any quarters that weigh less than 5.5 grams and anything more than 6.4 grams. And there's the shaded areas I'm interested in. Then to get the z-score, I did the number I was interested in, the 5.5 minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So that's more than 2 standard deviations below the mean. Then on the upper side, we took the 6.4 minus the mean divided by the standard deviation, and that's 10 standard deviations above the mean. And then, what does something being 10 standard deviations above the mean tell us? Well, if this is the 3 standard deviation mark, we know almost all the distribution of coin weights will be between the 3 standard deviations above the mean and 3 standard deviations below the mean. That 10 standard deviations above the mean is way out of sight. There's going to be the probability of getting a coin that weighs that much is almost 0. So we ain't even going to worry about the upper part. For the bottom part, I had to use this applet, and I had to set up the mean and the standard deviation, and said that I wanted to be below the 5.5, and it gave me a probability of 0.007. So if and I rounded to make it 0.08 plus that 0 that's above that tells me only 8.8% of the coins will be rejected, and that's how you solve that problem.